Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your friend here, Raza is Retro, and we are taking part in our very own NBA Jam Dallas Mavericks Challenge, which the people voted for. And I'm glad they did, because this is an awesome game. Regardless of the port that you're playing it on, although in this case, I'm playing it on the keyboard. You already know, you know, we do it retro, but we keep it modern as well. And I mean, I don't have access to the game, so what can you do? But I do like playing on the keyboard because I find it funny. Um, you know, making it more challenging on myself, and it does have it does have its own pleasure, I guess. So yeah, pretty interesting. But playing a basketball game on a keyboard, I don't think that's a good idea. Before I get into it, big shout out to Retro Projections, John Bunday, Tappers in, Billabobs, everybody that took part. God bless you. You guys are awesome, and you guys did a really good job, especially Retro Projections, Tappers, some really, really awesome scores. Let's go, let's get that. And yeah, I myself am not too crazy about, like, I like basketball. I have a lot of respect for basketball. I love watching basketball during the playoffs. It's really fun. But obviously, growing up here in Canada, like, the sport is hockey, right? So um, that's the main sport. But big hockey fan, big soccer fan, and obviously cricket. But basketball was one of those games that, like, I liked, I had a respect for, but I wasn't crazy about it. I think the last time I really followed basketball was when the Raptors won, and like all of Canada was following that because like it's the first time a team from Canada, won the NBA championship. So yeah, it was a great run, and I mean everyone went crazy. It was pretty funny, and I'm saying it's funny because like whether you're in Montreal, Winnipeg, or regardless of where you were in Canada, like the whole nation went crazy as if like Team Canada, like the national Canadian team, won like an Olympic gold medal. Um, and like all the players, with the exception of one, were American, right? Which so it's like I mean, it's like yeah, it's great that a Canadian team won, but it wasn't actually Canadian players now, was it? But anyways, um, me what I was thinking originally like was either like having in the post uh, or in the survey, I guess, whatever you want to call it, to include either like a hockey or a soccer game, or like the rest of the world calls it football. But then I thought like maybe a lot of people don't have access to those games. Maybe they don't, they've probably never played them, or maybe never really heard of them too much. NBA Jam is like one of those games where like I think like it's fair to say like a lot of people have played it, a lot of people have had access to it, regardless of where they're from in the world, and regardless on which port you play it on. Like this game is just awesome. It's definitely one of my favorite basketball games, and in general, actually, like when it comes to basketball video games, like they're pretty solid. I find one basketball game that I love a lot. Well, there's actually two, and both are on the Xbox original. So one of them was NBA Inside Drive. I believe it was either 2004 or 2005. It had Shaquille O'Neal on the cover. It was a really awesome game. I used to play that with my brother as well, and I would also play like with myself. Like I would do the season mode, and it was pretty fun. And another game we liked too, primarily because it also had some great music, was the and one I believe Street Hoops. That was a pretty fun game as well. But yeah, I'm not too crazy about basketball, but a lot of love and respect for it. My favorite sports movie, coincidentally, is a basketball movie. Space Jam, the original Space Jam, obviously. What an awesome film that was. Runner up would be Mighty Ducks. I love Mighty Ducks, particularly the first one. Was a really good movie. From downtown. Oh, if I recall correctly, retro projections and I believe even Tapper, like they scored some crazy 3 pointers in this game. Also, for anybody that ends up watching, big thank you, big respect, big love. If you like, maybe in the comment section, if you want to, you're more than welcome to. Maybe share a basketball memory that you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be about video games. It could just be about maybe a basketball game you watched or a basketball game that you actually played, like in real life, or even a video game. Just let's try to get some basketball memories in there. The funny thing is that like Sean, my brother, he wasn't too crazy about sports, but like one sport that he liked growing up, and he had like a bit of a phase was actually basketball, and he would play it a lot with his friends too. Back in the day, like when he was in high school and whatnot, he wasn't bad. He was actually a pretty good basketball player. I can't say the same about myself. um, I actually had some decent handles. I just wasn't good at shooting. Sean had good handles, but more than handles, he had a good shot. Yeah, I remember. A pretty good shooter. And yeah, he used to love playing basketball. Me, it was the opposite. I was like, I would play basketball with my friends, but growing up, it was more like street hockey. A lot of street hockey, a lot of soccer, and good time, good memories. I can't even remember the last time I played basketball or even shot a basketball. It's crazy. For those that might be wondering, why did we choose the Dallas Mavericks? I did mention it in the rules, but I'll just kind of like repeat it real quickly. So basically, this game came out like around 93, 90. Oh, wow. 93, 94. And the Dallas Mavericks had the worst record at the time during that season. So I thought it would be funny to choose like the worst team rather than like a really good team to make the challenge a little more harder. But I find they actually play pretty decent, at least from what I'm seeing here. So that was the reason behind, you know, having Dallas Mavericks. It's not my team or a team that I support or love. uh, in basketball, essentially, it is the Raptors. Um, and again, it's kind of obvious. The only team from Canada. I also liked, but I mean, he's no longer with them anymore, which is a shame. But I also liked the Portland Trailblazers. That was mainly because of Damian Lillard. He was such a he was such a clutch player. Um, but he's no longer with them, so I don't think I'll be supporting them too much. But again, I barely watch basketball. Like I said, the time the Raptors won, which I think was in 2019, like that's when I was following it during the playoffs. But like after that, I saw the one, and I think that was a season after, if I'm not mistaken, or if that was 2021, I can't even remember now. When the Lakers won, when they beat Miami during the COVID season or whatever. So I watched a bit of that too. But yeah, after that, I haven't even like followed or watched basketball. Maybe this year I will. Why not? Come playoff times. Even hockey though, even though I'm like a big fan, I don't watch a lot of hockey. It'll primarily be during the playoffs because for those that don't know, like it's a long season. It's 82 games. It goes like from September or October rather, excuse me, to like April, and then you have the playoffs, which can go for about 2 or 3 months if I'm not mistaken. So it's like it's long, you know. And basketball is the same way as well. Um, so it's great that both sports share a similarity in that sense, like in terms of the length of the season. Both also have an Eastern and Western conference, right? But it's just really long. It's really long to really follow and get into, especially when you're an adult. You know, like in high school and elementary, it was different. You had all the time in the world, and like, everyone was just watching as much as they can. But after that, it's really tough. I'm still curious to know, how did John get like 87? I mean, I saw his run; it was amazing, but I don't even think I'll get close to that. Where am I right now? I believe I'm on the last quarter, eh? Yeah, I am. 44. Oh, man. Yes. 46. Okay, so I'll just need a couple more to beat John Bundy. And I'll be more than happy if that is the case. Let's go. Oh, no. Get it. Oh, snap. I might not even beat John. Go, go, go. There we go. Oh, wow. 48. Okay. There we go. I beat John. Yay. I literally beat John by 1. Lord have mercy. So thank you for watching my horrible gameplay. Really appreciate it. I mean, the challenge itself finishes December the 3rd. And yeah, I definitely don't want to play this on a keyboard again. I'm able to get access to it. I'll definitely give it a try. I can't make promises. I think it's worth a second try. I mean, I think, at least with a controller, I could probably get in the high 60s. At least that's what I think. You know, more than what I got now, that much I can say. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to beat retro projections. Like, that's just crazy. Speaking of John Bundy, a quick surprise for you guys. The next challenge for the month of December does come out from him. So do look out for that. Once again, big thank you. I hope everyone is happy. I hope everyone is well. Remember, life is like a game. You decide how to play it. All you got to do is just hit the start button. Or if you have a keyboard, then just the enter button. And that didn't work, but anyways. And yeah, just keep well, keep positive. Always remain retro. Take it easy, guys. Cheers.